Okay guys, so welcome to the foil series. Right now we're going to be looking at round 1. I want you guys to haven't done this in English in quite some time. I used to stream on this channel in Spanish, sorry. So some of the cards I may take a while to remember their name in English. I have seen their names in English. I have my cards in English as well. It's just that I might just sometimes forget what the name is and it may take a little while. So let's go ahead and check. I have already checked, but to make it all transparent, we're gonna do round 1 right now. That is 97 players active as of right now. So let's go ahead and from 1 to 97, let's get our sequence. So the first player is going to be position 48. So that is right here. So Tyanep and Scope. Since it is Tyanep, the one I am checking out, let's go ahead and look at it from his perspective. I'm also just going to do, I want to open this one more time. So we're going to check both decks and then we're going to move on to the game itself. So this is going to be Tyanep. This is going to be Saipio 51. So it is, you cannot check it here, so it should be here. No. There we go. So let me go ahead and take this one away. It's a French player against a French player. Let's first check Saipio. So he is a Teja. Let's go ahead and look at his uniques. We have an Ordi's Gatekeeper. Target card in the other expedition gains 2 boosts when he comes from reserve. If you control 2 or more plants other than me, up to 1 target character gains. So it's an anchor loop. Also, let's go ahead and take this one away. Okay, so this is not going to where I wanted it to go. Forgot to do the adjustments over here. So, okay. So for right now, we're going to still have it in several platforms. Just for now, we're going to be watching that. No, actually, because I'm not going to be checking. Yeah. Let me go ahead and open here the chat so they can have it on hand. There we go. Second unique, the Koba Legion Commander. If you control 2 or more plants other than me, anchor loop. And if you control 3 other characters with me, I gain 2 boosts. And up to 1 character. The anchor loop, but anchors a lot because they have no when, so it's just one time to. It's a regular power. Now let's go ahead and check Tyanep. Tyanep has Phileas Fog. You may immediately pass. If you do, target character in player in reserve gains boost. Another Phileas Fog. You may pass immediately. If you do, target character in the other expedition, the one I am not in, gains 2 boosts. And if I'm the only character in my expedition, sabotage, so this is a very good dual thing. Actually, you have to pass. The thing is, you have to pass with him immediately, so you kind of play on the other side, and then you play him, and a character on the other side gains a boost, so that's good. And you immediately pass if the top card in your deck, and if you do, you put the token side. This is a ramping one. Okay, so that's basically it. Let's go ahead and make this go to the end. There we go. So go to the end game. We block this and then we move on to this one. There we go. Okay. So first is going to be Soul. I think he's just going to rush probably with the rabbit. There we go. He gains a boost. The rabbit still has play, and he's going to pass first. So it's a 1-for-1 because CPO just went ahead and did it on the other side. There we go. Now it goes back to the first player for Teja. He can still, I think he will get two. Yeah, he'll probably play the parachuter and the teammate, the Altron teammate, and the wingsuit jumper. I think that's going to be the play. Nope. Okay, so he knew he was not going to get a second counter today. So he just went ahead and played on the other side, played something just to get it down. So right now he does have the chance to get a counter. I don't think he's going to play the Skybound Odyssey, so I'm guessing he's going to go all in on the companion side. Okay, so he did. There we go. He could use one more. He doesn't have enough mana, so he gets. There we go. Now he should pass, go to the second counter, and an anchored 2 boosts. That's a draw, and re-anchors the Dracena. Dracena. So the advantage that he has, he just lost. They are tied again, but with very heavily boosted characters, so that is a problem. He has a chance to go for teammate, so he can go team. He cannot rush with, or he does this have a, yeah. I think he's in a very difficult spot. Yeah, that's the only thing that I would rush to get rid of something. So get rid of the Dracena. Yeah, get rid of the Dracena. He still cannot move forward. Just go ahead and just sacrifice it. Yeah. Try to move forward. He's drawing right now. He takes off the boosts. Probably gonna give it to the, yeah, to the beats. What is it? The Bumblebee. So the double advance for Scipio. Like I said, he was that was a very hard position for him since he had double anchored. So there we go. At least he has 3 counters now, so Halua is in play. I would have rushed there because he really needs to get things done. Probably will just play. Nope, I would have played it a little bit differently and place it on the other side. Yeah. So Halua comes in with a 3. There we go. So he just passes. Gets a 4th counter. Halua comes up with a 3. He's threatening right now. He has been stopped. But Halua is almost there as a giant. He takes away the Ultron. Probably. No, gives it to the other side. So he's still winning. And he has an anchored character. Uses up all his resources. He's still up by 2. But he has used all his resources up, so let's see how he handles it right now. It comes down. Halua is extremely complicated. Tayoneb is extremely complicated because he cannot mana right now. Yeah. That's what I thought. And Scipio also did mana. He has... Okay, he can rush to get the skater. The skater comes down. So that is another boost for him. The Corgi, that's gonna be a double Corgi. So what do you take away? What do you throw away? Okay, a Corgi. Just to get rid of it. Goes to the other side. That's going to be a 3 on each side Halua. So that's basically a win on the hero side. He just needs to block however he can. He did. So no anchor right now. He is 1 expedition away. So that this one is almost over. That's going to be tight because he has no resources, but he has a very good card right there in the companion side because he is moving forward on water. No mana again for either one, and actually Tayonib is losing resources right now. Okay, so expedition rises. He's going to try to do it on this turn. He just passes. So that is a Halua, a giant 3 on each side. It goes to 6. This one goes to 6 as well. He just needs to play something else. Okay, so that's it. He's at 7. No matter what anything else he plays, that was already it. So unfortunately, that's how Tayanev lost this one. It was a tight match. They both used lots of resources. He didn't get his... Tayanev didn't get his uniques in time. I actually... yes, CPO did have one. Now, let's go ahead and check. Yeah, and he had to use lots of mana eruptions to just try to control. So he was bleeding resources. He was losing cards. At the end, he only had 5 mana. They didn't mana twice. So that really hurt him, that not having the chance to ramp at any point. So yep, that was basically it. That was game number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to to player 11. So that's Culver. Culver on round 1. This time Culver did win. So let's go ahead and check out Culver. View game replay. So first we're going to, yes, this is going to be Culver side. Let me go ahead and change to this one. No, not yet. There we go. So this is Culver that we're going to be checking here, and Sir Odin just to check his deck. If this allows me to. What? Oh. No. Not play this game. You replay. And Sir Odin first. Okay. So let's go ahead and check Sir Odin's deck. His uniques, Yana, Korgan Agent. If you have a target, you may have target gain asleep. If it's facing me, Sabotage. When I leave the expedition zone, if I was fleeting, create an Airlift token in your landmarks. And from hand, if you have less cards in hand than the target opponent, create an Airlift. So this gives lots of Airlifts. This is for Sir Odin. From Canada, you cannot see that yet. So let's go ahead and do this one. There we go. So Sir Odin from Canada. Then we have Priya, the Bravo Signaler. When my expedition moves forward, create an Airlift. So this one plays with lots of Airlifts. When you pass first, if you have 6 or more mana orbs, you may discard target cargo with 3 or less. Okay, so this is kind of pass first, but not quite playing with soul. And another signaler. When my expedition moves forward, creating 2 Airlift tokens in my landmarks. This one is a unique because it's a 4/6/4 for 4 mana, and you can decide to use it from the reserve to create another Airlift card. Token, we have Rage, Duel of Grid, Parliament of Ashes, something that both the rare and the common, a card that has seen a lot of play. We can see that he also uses the hair. That's actually very good for Gojo. That means that you have Buddha for more days. Hunger, so this one is actually pretty adapted to the third set, set 4, sorry. Now let's go ahead and check Culver. This is Traced, the first unique, the Sap Sniffer. You may augment target card in play or in reserve. If you control a fleeting character, target character other than me in play or in reserve gains 1 boost, that is from hand, and a second ability from reserve. You may sacrifice another robot or permanent. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each landmark you control. Okay, and then we have Ogun. When you play a permanent with hand cost 3 or more, robots you control other than me gain 1 boost. Okay, very good. Not sure how many robots he controls. Only 1 for the restocking station. Yeah, I think this is basically to power up the bug out back, because I don't see any other. Well, that Ghibli also creates. You may sacrifice a card. If you do, I gain 1 boost for each card. So this is an Anansi essentially, and up to 1 character gains fleeting as a support ability. And finally, Lord Kelvin from hand. You may discard a card from your reserve. If you do, you may exhaust target card in reserve. And this one plays very well if you have Airlifts that have giving you more reserve that you can use right now. And you may sacrifice a permanent if you do sabotage, otherwise you may exhaust target card in reserve. Okay, well, at least you can do something. This is, you may sacrifice a permanent. If you don't want to sacrifice a permanent, then you may he is using the another restock and save the abandoned depot. That could be the strategy why he is playing Lord Kelvin. So let's go ahead and go to the end game. Yeah, go to the end of the game. Let's go ahead and block here and move on to here. There we go. So let's see what tough choice. I'm guessing he's prioritizing tokens right now. So okay, he's throwing up that right there. A very good resupply, so we're just going to give 2, almost trying to ensure that he moves forward. A token and a resupply. There we go. The unique, not where he wants to see it, but there we go. He did block it, so it's just 1 move from Sir Odin. Culver down 1 expedition, but we know that Traced is a beast when he gets his 5 tokens. So right now he's just waiting to move forward. I'm guessing he's going to get rid of the second salvager. No, he decides to get rid of the depot. He's just going to go for two havens probably. Okay, so he just plays it from hand. He knows he's not winning the other side, so he just goes ahead and plays it from hand. It's a very heavy card from hand, but he at least gets things done. Otherwise, it was just been a 1 move. So yeah, he's thinking ahead. Probably one of the havens. I think he's going to go for the second haven this time and probably use, no, he just goes ahead and sabotages. No, he exhausts. He doesn't want to sacrifice anything. The signaler, so he goes with 4. He is tied, forcing his opponent to play something else. And there we go, sorry. And indeed, he is going to get something else. He could actually, yep, play something else just to get another token. So he is at 4. He has been blocked. And now we're back in a tight position. Very good for Culver because he's also at 4 tokens. And basically this turn will be his 5th. Because no matter if he gets sabotaged, he will be getting that 5th token. So the Gibble disappears once again. I think this is turn for a Haven. Yeah, the turn for the Haven. Very good to get that Grems in. Both, no, just 1, just enough to get that out of the way because he now has 5. So he can just decide what to throw down there. Token, and he tries to block, so that's a 7. He just gets another one, gets another token. So he's just calculating to get in just enough not to overuse resources. He also gets a reef, so with a reef he could get rid of something right now, but he's going to wait for another turn just to see what else he plays. So that is a double, that's a double airlift token. There we go. So he Sir Odin right now has reserves. The Axiom, the Paju was probably the best thing to get rid of right there. So if Sir Odin plays something low, he can get rid of it. Let's see. No. Okay, so that is sabotage, probably the, not sure if that was the best option, but there we go. So the signaler goes on the other side. He can use, yeah, he's going to go for 4 on the block once again. 1 mana left. Oh, sorry, no, that was 2, so he actually gets 1 more and get rid just because. Yeah, he gets rid of 1 just to place it back there, and he got rid of the character. There we go. So that's a double advance for Culver. It's just enough. He did just enough, so he doesn't get rid of the airlets. Restocking station could be useful. No, he doesn't need to. So there we go. That is a Buddha turn. The signaler goes once again. Just a small, just an after you. There we go. So full force on the hero side, so he can just now play on the companion side once again. Another after you. Gets rid of the restocking station, I'm guessing. Or the, no, he gets rid of the, okay. He can just now go ahead and place the Amelia. He can basically win by getting rid of the Buddha. No more play from Sir Odin, just moves on the Amelia. He doesn't need anything else, gets rid of the fleeting of Amelia, so Amelia has one more chance to glow. He could have used something else, but he decides to keep his cards close to his chest. Another early token, so he's going to have reserve. That means that if indeed it is the hunger could complicate things a little bit here for Culver. He is the first player, so I'm guessing he's going to just play the, okay, he sabotages, he's getting rid of cards, and there we go, there is the hunger, gets rid of everything, so that was the right play to do this time. He has 7 mana left, so he can just, first of all, perhaps move the hunger just to have more options in hand. Because, yeah, he wants the hunger on the other side because he has power right now on the, there we go, so the rage actually makes him a giant. I think that is a GG, or no, not a GG, that is a double advance for Sir Odin, so he's just going to go ahead and augment his hand as much as he can. He is going ahead and doing some business to have more cards in reserve. He knows the double advance from Sir Odin. He is not playing to win this time. He's just playing to have more cards in hand because right now Sir Odin needs to play, he's playing with one hand. So could it be another hunger? If it's another hunger, it's a GG. Let's go ahead and see. He goes for the rage. There we go. He goes just for barely enough. And it is indeed another hunger. Not sure how Culver is going to do it. It's just going to be 3. Okay. The draw. Okay, there we go. So he goes to 3. He goes to 6, not blocking right now. And the sniffer just gets it right barely enough to get it through. So if you control a fleeting character, what was it? Or in play gets 1 boost. So it was just 1 boost that he needed. So that was a second hunger. He did have the hunger in hand, but it was not enough. So with that, Culver takes the win this time. Now let's go ahead and move on to our next one. This is player 41. So this is Cocostico. I'm guessing the Cocostico is going to be a Spanish player, and he plays Coco Kart. Let's go ahead, view the replay, and first here, and let's have it. Okay, so, oh no, they're both French players. So surprised that Cocoastico is not a Spanish player. Let's go ahead and check first Coco Kart's Cocoto Kart. I'm just gonna call him Cocoto. It's a Basira deck with hunger, just 1 hunger. The Garrick Revered Duelist. If I would gain fleeting, I gain 1 boost instead. If you control a fleeting character, resupply. Okay, so it's not an infinite loop, just plain and simple, very good card. The Tanuki. A little bit expensive for a sabotager because it sabotages by essentially by 5. But at dusk it draws a card, so this is mainly a day 3 card onwards. The other Tanukis, it just sabotages directly. You may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do, you may return target character or permanent with cost 4 or more to its owner's hand. So basically against anchor loops and things like that. It looks like a very, very good set 4 Basira deck. Like Coco has already tagged it. And let's go ahead and check this one. Didn't load for some reason. It's a Kojo, so it's Basira versus Kojo. I don't know why this is here. Oh, you don't see it. Okay. Let's go ahead and see only one unique. Yeah, there we go. So the Sang Wukong, you may discard one of your mana orbs. From reserve, you may discard one of your mana orbs. If you do, I gain 2 boosts and lose fleeting. And play it from anywhere, I gain 2 boosts. So kind of you need to ramp a lot in order to use this Sang Wukong many times, and he only has 1 unique. So let's go ahead and check the game right now. Let's go to the end game. I think we're going to need 1 more. Let's see if it soars automatically. No, it did. Just I thought, ooh, the hunger is going to be lost. Let's go to the end game. There you go. So Kokotar has no game and just 1 advance from. I would have actually, if he has already passed, I would have played differently. I would have played the Ultron and the. Oh no, this is a common one. Okay, no, I understand why he did that. He now has a chance to do it double. I think he's not going to be an Ultron and a Jin this time. There we go, the Ultron and the nope. He decides to play the the mess, just to get at least 1 advance. So still advantage from Coco. Oh, so they are both Coco. So Kokoto versus Coco. Okay, Coco still with the advantage, 2 counters for the mess. A very good card, but I don't think it's time to use it. Yeah, all in is a little bit heavy right now. He needs to do something else. Okay, I was expecting that, but he's not going to be. I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. He just plays on the companion side, on the hero side. Sorry, he doesn't decide to use the other card, so he can right now ramp, have the Ultron teammate gain a boost, and even have he doesn't have enough mana, so probably he's just going to ramp and use the tracer right now. No, can't use a tracer, so probably he's going to. There we go. So it goes to reserve. A very good card right now, returning the first player to the other side. He decides not to use it. To me, it was a chance to do it right there. Blocks, completely blocks. He just passes. He has no more play. There we go. So that is the sabotager. So he gets rid. That's why I said I thought that he was going to use the hair. To me, it was a much better play. So block and advance from Kokoto. So Kokoto draws the game. I think he should have used the hair to have 1 more day of Buddha. That's one of the best things about Kojo. There we go. So switch sides. Okay, so the hair is. I think this is going to be a Halua turn. Yeah, especially because he has been sabotaged. He just gets something out of the way, and there we go. A Halua turn, 5/5 on each side. He has. I don't think he's going to do the double advance. He's not blocked right now, but he's going to. In this case, Kokoto is going to do an advance. He was blocked. Everything gets fleeting, so just using the hair. So this was just a 1/1. not enough to get another use of the mess, but he does have a sabotage right now, so I'm guessing his first play is going to be sabotage on the hero side. No, he doesn't use the sabotage right away. He gets blocked on both, probably on both cards, so I think this is a turn to sabotage. There we go. So he sabotages and goes to the companion side. Goes to the hero side. He has one left, so he has enough to do an advance as well. He's probably going to be sabotaged. So right now, Cocoastico is almost out of cards, and he's going to get sabotaged. Probably. He decides not to pay for sabotage. So Cocoastico is going to get rid of one of his cards. I'm guessing not the helping hand. Okay, first player is Cocotos, so probably Cocoastico is not going to be able to play any of his cards in reserve. There we go. So yep, indeed, it goes to another counter, so both cards are going to be okay, yeah, the only thing he can do, resupply, and Ares, very good. So that goes to the hero side. Warrant, Informer, and goes to the other side just with 2 boosts. So he is in a double advance. What is he going to get rid of? Probably, I will get rid of the Ares. There we go, yes. That is a threat because he can do a double advance that way. And indeed, we go to a double, what would we call it? A double check. It's rid of the Sun Wukong. He hasn't ramped enough, even though he's playing basically what he has on hand. So I would have ramped over there. First play for Cocoastico, I would just go, okay, so yeah, a resupply to see what you get. The Ultra, no. Okay, so there was no hunger, but he was risking it a lot because if there was a hunger, that would have hurt him a lot. Probably get rid of, no, I just power up a little bit more on his robot. No, decides to go on the other side. The Ultron is going to take it to 7, goes back. He does have enough mana to add 3 more, so it's going to be an 8. He's going to be blocked right now. But Bazira makes it possible to move forward one more day. So we're going to the Thunderdome. We're going to the arena. That's going to be 3 more counters for Cocoastico, so that means that the mess will be able to resupply again. So even though he's almost out of options, he's doing what he can, gets rid of the robot, even though I think it was better to get rid of the Serengard, the Haven bouncer. Okay, he has a very good option. He can get rid of everything right now with a hunger. We don't know if the hunger is still there. The bouncer right now, there we go. That's why I said it was, okay. So, no hunger right now. He gets to get 1 more card. He has essentially the same thing on hand. He's not the first player. Mana Eruption. What does he get rid of? Gets rid of the Serengard, but he also has his own Mana Eruption to get rid of. There we go. So yeah, that's the only play that he had. So he gets rid of the Chiron. Just 3 mana. 2 mana left. He has no more play, and that's how Cocoastico is able to take the game, even though I think Cocoastico made a few mistakes in the end, and he was able to bring it back on the arena. So very good play from him. And let's go ahead and move on to our next game. That's going to be player 93. Let's go ahead and go to 93 over here. And and that is against Scargon. I have seen games from Scargon. I know Scargon is from Canada. So let me just go ahead and first put here to choose Scargon and Rogalia. Let's go ahead and see. This is an Italian player against a Canadian player. Let's go ahead and check. There we go. So Elia Ordis, Uniques, the Manalith Rune Scribe. If you control a token, Sabotage. If you have less than 8 mana orbs, draw a card, both from reserve. Then we have the Ugly Duckling. When a character joins the expedition facing me, you may have target character other than me gain 1 boost. If I am in an extended expedition, create an early token in target player's landmarks. Probably you're going to choose your own. And just two. Yep, just those 2 uniques. He has Conjuring Seal, License Withdrawal, Gift of Self. So kind of good control and draw deck. Sorry about that. I want to check. There we go. Okay, so that is yeah, that is a good balance between control and why is this move? There we go. Between control and just 2 uniques, and yes, a good control of draw and a good balance of draw and control. Let's go ahead and check here Scargon's. So Scargon does have 3 uniques. The Designer Drone. Whenever he comes into play, whenever you play him, draw a card. From hand it's 2, from reserve it's 4. When another character joins your expedition, I gain a boost up to a max of 2. So if it's in reserve and you are Sigismund, he's basically becoming a 2. He can go up to 3, and when you create him from the reserve, you may discard a character from your character itself from reserve. If you do, create an Ordis in your hero expedition, so kind of making the hero expedition stronger. Or the Spy. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, after rest, Sabotage. And if you play from hand, up to 2 target characters each gain 2 boosts. Okay, very good. So Sabotage after if his expedition fails to move forward, and he's just a 1/1/1, so that's basically ensure that he'll Sabotage. Not sure about the cost because the Legate is a little bit cheaper and more stats. The next permanent you play this afternoon costs 2 less. That is from hand. And when another non-token character joins your expedition, if you have less than 8 mana or resupply, he can make either of this play for basically for free. Target expedition ascends. And the Origanium target expedition ascends. That is when you play it. And when you play a character, if it is in an ascended expedition, you may exhaust me to have it gain 1 boost. So kind of playing from a bit from reserve, an interesting strategy from Scargon. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, it's going to have to be a 1 more. So let's go ahead and block it and place it. Out. Yeah, so still need to reconfigure that. There we go. So the unique is just to have a draw. That is a very good first turn. Both have the token. He goes all out. I think he can win. Yeah, he can win on one of the sides and draw the other. So it's not so it is not completely lost. With the card draw, they just both move in the hero side. With the card draw, they are both tied on. No, actually, Scargon has more options right now, and he cannot play the designer draw right now. The designer drone right now, I don't think he wants to, because it's just gonna be a 2. So probably just power it up. There we go. It goes up to 3. plays on the other side, so not looking for a draw exactly. There we go. With the extended expedition, he can move forward. And he just moves on the other side, so it's a double move from Rogelia, while Scargon only makes one. So the drawn expedition has been broken. It now is an advantage from Rogelia. The Templar goes away. Token for each side. Now, first player, there we go. Just the one, so I don't think he's going to use the drone right now. Ascends the expedition, so he goes up to 3. Even in ties, he is still moving forward. Gets rid of the unique, most likely. There we go. He cannot use it again. Still winning on that side. He has nothing left to put on the companion side, so we're back on a tied expedition. We're back on tied expeditions. I think this no, not as a first player. Not good to use it as a first player. Gets rid of the license withdrawal. He most likely will be using the combo right now. So yeah, he uses a 4. Draws a card. There's nothing to get rid of. On the other side, I don't think he's okay. So he went all out to the extended expedition, forcing him to use another card. So the crier comes out once again. 1 for 1. The gargoyle did what he needed to do. Force the player to play another card. Goes back to Rogelia as the first player. The Templar most likely going to get rid of one of those Templars. He needs to save that Sandman for the last second. There we go. So Rogelia just putting a lot of strength on the companion, on the hero side. Goes for the companion side. Now goes for the extended expedition. Most likely the extended expedition. Tiny jail to get rid of the unique. He can still use it again. So ascends the other expedition and then goes ahead and plays it on the hero side right now. And he can do the double advance. Putting this time Scargon ahead and in a check position. So let's see how Rogelia regains control right now. He also has in reserve the Ascend, which is Soar, sorry, which is a very good card because not only does it give for one an extended expedition, but also gives a boost to a character right there. He gets rid of it just to play a Duckling. The next card. Okay, so he gets rid of just to get a little bit more of strength right there with a Duckling. He has 2 characters, so he can get rid right now of license withdrawal to get rid of the Duckling, most likely. There we go. But he'll still 4 mana left. He plays from hand just to have another token right there. This could be the end. There we go. So that is indeed, he's going to ascend the hero side, and that's basically it because he right now plays the Sandman, sleeps the Ordis Spy, and with that he just goes ahead and moves double forward, and with that Scargon wins the game. A very good use of his cards that he kept in reserve. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is number 1 right now. This is going to be our second, probably second to last. So Ducky Fist, Duck Feet K, sorry, GZC Duck Feet K. He was on table number 1. Once again, let's go ahead and watch the replay. Let me go ahead and let's choose this player here. View game replay, and in order not to have this keep popping up, let me just go ahead and join. And Karasi. There we go. So let's go ahead and check. So we have an a French player against a Indonesian, Singaporean player. So Casadri is the French player. He's using Soul test with no uniques. He has a jumping frog, so it's basically a set 4 test from Casadri. We have Singapore right here. Our friend from Singapore, they're actually number 1 in the tournament right now using a Fen. Fen modified set 4. He has an Esmeralda. Put a card. You may put a card from your hand in reserve if you do resupply, so you don't lose a card. You can absolutely overcharge your reserve with this, but if you want things in reserve, this helps a lot. Kappa, you may put a card from hand in reserve. If you do roll a die on a 4+, draw a card. On a 1-3 resupply, so always you get something out of this. And Ouroboros Croupier, you may put a card from your hand in reserve. If you do roll a die on a 4+, draw a card. On a 1-3 resupply, so it's basically the same as the Kappa. Getting to draw a lot of cards. He has a Sandman, he has Cloth Cocoons, he has a Lyra Signet. So let's go ahead and check how this game plays out. Let's go to the end game. I think this is going to be moving automatically. Let's go ahead and wait just a second. Yeah, there we go. So let me go ahead and block it. There we go. So goes to the hero side, and Phineas goes to the other side. It's just he passed first, so he stole the first counter from Casadri. It's just a 1-for-1, nothing to go back. He could have played the Hatter there, but the Hatter actually right now has a very good chance of going to the hero side. But I think the Fen is going to go ahead and play the Aloe Vera with... No, he decides not. It doesn't make sense to play the Aloe Vera right now, and he has no more play left. So goes to 2, and he gains a counter. Still moving forward, so it's still a 1-for-1. We're back on tide. Could have used the Aloe Vera right there to ensure possibly a double advance on the first day and the second day. He decided to play it a little different. He has the Sabotage Mouse. What's it called? A little mouse. So he has a Hatter from... He plays a Hatter right now. The Ultron goes to 3. And he's going to play the Aloe Vera with... Right now he's doing it. So he's a double advance for Duck. Let's call him Ducky. And Casadri is able, since he passed first, to get one additional counter. Yeah, because of the flying duck there. Yeah, I was wondering why he did get it. There we go. So Ducky is 1 expedition ahead. Even though Casadri was able to advance, he's still losing by 1. Not so good a place to have the Aloe Vera, but not bad either. Draws a card, gets rid of the Hatter to play some case to get back the draw. Once again, he has a draw, and the hoarding. Don't think it's going to be something heavy. Gets rid of and gets another card. Still can use it to. He could have blocked. Decides not to block, and he's actually overcharging his reserve. So not sure why Ducky didn't decide to use the hoarding, the Muffing Hoarder on the companion side. He could have used it and gained 1 counter. I guess he's waiting to use it on another occasion. There we go. He's still 1 ahead, but I think he could have been 2 ahead. With a 4, draws a card. The Eros, okay, very good time to have the Duende on hand. He's not drawing right now, but he can take away from the Duende. There goes the Halua on the other side. Gains 1 more counter because of the Dockyards and gets an Aerolith. There we go, the Subduende. Why did you reduce the cost? That is a tie. Not sure why he decided to reduce the cost. He is on Right now, he is indeed on check. Ah, he reduced the cost because of the resistance. That's right. Otherwise, he was not going to be able to do it. So a winning position for Ducky, the jumping frog. He goes again with the little mouse. This is a little bit complicated. Why are you? Oh, because if you have 3, yeah. There we go. So Phineas Fogg is going to be able to. He gets one more boost. Perhaps it's going to give it to Phineas. There we go. He needs to reduce the cost by 1. Just get rid of the. Perhaps get rid of this. The Lyra Airless. No, on the Phineas, he gets enough to get the advance that way. And with that, we have a game for Ducky. It was a very tight game, even though with no uniques. Just trying out Soul. Casadri did a very good game, but in the end it was not enough to get the game. And we will have indeed our last game. So that has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So let's go to number 70. It's gonna be 6 games, like I said, like I previewed on my video. Let's go ahead and have both of these ones. So it's Gafulko, the one we're going to be checking out, and he's indeed the winner. And Garboise it's going to be 2 French players. So let's go ahead and check Garboise. What is his? He is a traced. It is a tier 4, set 4. His unique's Bravo's Rescuer. When from reserve, you may have target character other than me lose fleeting. Copilia, when I go to reserve from the expedition zone, you may play me for free and I gain a sleep. If you control a token, you may have your character other than me have I gain 1 boost. Not sure how. Well, when you play her, your characters other than me. Okay. That makes sense. You just place her, and every character that comes in gains 1 boost from reserve. With a trace, this is a very good move. And finally, the Ouroboros Incaster. When a robot joins your expedition, you may return a card from your reserve to your hand. So the previous combo with the bug out bag. No, that's not the bug out bag. With the bug fix. And you may sacrifice a permanent if you do draw a card. So what places? You can use a backup bag to return a card. And when you may discard a permanent if you do draw a card. So you could discard the Armored Jammer to have another go, or the Aerial Brief that doesn't do anything in the reserve to sabotage something else. He has Restocking Station, so it's an interesting deck. Let's see how it plays. On the other hand, we have Gafulko with a Bazira. It does have Hanger, one of the worst things that Axiom player can see. Scotty, if I'm in Mountain, you may exhaust target card in reserve. When another character you control gains fleeting, target character other than me gains 1 boost. If your hand is empty, draw a card, otherwise resupply. That's always plays from anywhere. Scotty also plays from anywhere. And when another character you control gains fleeting, other than me gains 1 boost. So if you play cards from reserve, that's a lot of if you have the Haven as well, it's gonna be a lot of cards that gain boosts. And the Bravo Spendicor. If you control one from reserve, if you control 2 or more boosted character sabotage, otherwise you may exhaust target character in reserve. So always have some from reserve, has a very good way to be played. And at dusk, if you control 2 or more boosted characters, draw a card. So it doesn't ask it to be him, just two boosted characters, but it has to be 2. So it's not just for him, you need to have boosted characters amongst what you control. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the end game. I think it's going to be automatic. Let's go ahead and check. So let's go ahead and move on to the end game. Let me block this and move here. So this is going to be the last game for today, guys. The Quarren just gets 2 boosts, gets 1 more boost, so ensuring an advance in the companion side. I think I would have gone with a skater, but that's just me. 1 for each side. Sabotage is at the end of the day. Probably that's why he did it. Skater, yeah, one of the skaters goes away. Probably going to be the Serengar and the Gorgon on the other side. No, he decides to try and ramp. So the bag blocking it completely. He just uses the skater on the other side, gives the boost to ramp, and perhaps gives the boost again over there. Okay, just to make sure that's a double advance for Gafulco. I would have given the other boost back just in case, but there we go. So that's a double advance for Gafulco. He is 2 expeditions ahead with ramp. He decides not to mana because he has a chance to ramp once again. So there we go. Goes for the token. Goes for the the hero side. It's not in reserve, so he uses it on 4. The Gorgon goes on the other side, gives a boost. There we go. And he gives another boost, so it's going to be 1 for 1. Still 2 expeditions ahead, but ramping once again. Because of the unique, a card came from reserve. If he gains fleeting, he can give 1 boost, and because of Bazira, he can give another boost. So keeps on ramping. The pendant card, but the regular pendant card right now, gets rid of the Serengar. He needs to get things that can boost right away. The bag is going to put an brass back token, and just for 1 goes up to 2. Goes for the pendant card on the companion side. So there we go. Another card going to be bleeding. He's going to do it obviously to the one of the best cards for Axiom, especially for Trace. So goes all in on the companion side. He still has 2 mana left. Not enough. Gets it down. This is not going to be a turn to use it. So the Panda card does have a boost. He needs 2 or more boosts. He has 2 or more boosts, so he can sabotage. Probably getting rid of the... Okay, getting rid of the Dr. Frankenstein. He's getting close. He has Hunger in hand. Decides not to use it yet. Not to ramp either. Just get it right there. This is a sabotage, so getting rid... no, sorry. Yeah, he could have used it. Oh, you may exhaust. Okay, so this is not a sabotage. I think he's going to... Okay, gets the... on the other side just because, just to give another boost on the other side. Gets a boost himself and gets a 3rd boost. So he's, yeah, that's it. So Garbois has no more game. He was able to sabotage, but now in the end Gafulco was had enough strength just to get things moving forward, and that's how Gafulco takes the game. Based on time, I think we are going to have time for 1 more, but rather than that, I'm going to treat you to something interesting. I'm going to treat you to my own games. Let me go ahead and check something right here. So this is what I have to face right now. He used absolutely everything. Now, can I... Not sure I can do anything right now to win it, because it would be 3. I would be left with 4. Yeah, actually, I think I can still move forward. So let me go ahead and check this one. This one, if it's a spell droid, okay, this gives tough 1. I can. The thing is, do I really want to use it that way? Yeah, cause the tough 1 is going to be, yeah, so I'm going to be playing this one right. This one, actually, let's move forward here. There we go. Let's move to the next table. Don't think my friend is actually going to be playing right now, so this is my deck. You can watch it right now. And with that, we're gonna call it a day, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for round 1. Remember, the next stream is going to be on Monday morning, right about the same time. I'm going to see if I do round 2 in order to catch up, or if I do another set of round 1. Probably I'll go ahead and move on to round. I'll go ahead and move on to round 2 to keep things moving. And once we end the tournament, perhaps I may go back just to have a highlight of some players that I wasn't able to highlight before. Okay, guys, so that'll be all for today. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on